And we are live. Welcome to Thursday to Thrive, where we talk about zero net cost benefits. One of my favorite words is free. I don't know about you, but I love things that are free. And of course, if it's for you, great. If it's not for you, you probably know somebody who could benefit from this service. And zero net cost benefits is where an employer can offer corporate style benefits to their valued employees. Zero net cost to the employer and free to their valued employees. That's so good. I'm going to say it again. That's right. Zero net cost to the employer. That means it doesn't cost them anything, any dollars. It does cost them some elbow grease. They do have to do some paperwork and some qualifications, but there isn't a fee for it. There's no broker fees. There's no enrollment fees. There isn't any additional fees involved with that process. In fact, they even get rewarded for doing it. They will enjoy some rewards from some tax benefits and also some reductions on their workers' comp. But these benefits, these corporate style benefits, are also free to their valued employees. And today we're going to talk about, I think it's an incredible topic, FSA accounts, which is going to be, I just lost this here a second. What is it, Sharon? FSA? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here.
It's fine. It's a flexible spending account.
There you go. Flexible spending account. Flexible spending account, FSA. A lot of people have heard of an HSA, health savings account, and those are for individuals. An FSA account is when your employer contributes to this account, and you're able to use these dollars for things such as medical co-pays, medical equipment, medications, prescriptions. There's a whole entire host of things that you can use this for, but these benefits come to you through your employer. And zero net cost benefits allows for these benefits to be added to your valued employees. I call that a win-win-win. A win for the employer because now they're offering these benefits, rich corporate style benefits. A win for the employee because now they have these corporate style benefits, and a win because a double win because these are pre-tax dollars that come to you. You receive a little debit card, and you just swipe your card and you use it for those expenses, those qualified medical expenses. I think that's an incredible way to be able to offset your deductibles, to be able to offset your expenses. There's always expenses when it comes to our health, whether it is co-pays, whether it is insurance, whether it is things that we would like to have, maybe life insurance and stuff like that, or even our medications and prescriptions, which can really add up. Even those over the counter sometimes can add up. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And that's enough about me, though. I want you to hear from my incredible team and what they think about FSA, flexible savings accounts. I'll never forget that again. I don't even know how that happened, but hey, nobody's perfect. So to start us off, we have Mr. Tim. So what do you think we have to share about FSA accounts, flexible savings accounts?
I really think these are a great option to have. I was just looking over some of the things that you can actually get through them, and one of them is you can actually get pay for your for guide dogs and things related to your guide dog, and I just think that's really awesome because you could, like you would know what your dog needs the most, and you also know what you need the most, and the flexible spending account, now I'm going to mess that up. It allows you to actually get those things for yourself that you need. And I just think that's a really good way to do things instead of just, this is what will allow you to get.
Yeah, and I remember you had a little story that you shared with us backstage. Share that story with us.
So the reason the guide dogs kind of hit home with me was when I was a kid, the very first dog that, was when I came into the family was a retired guide dog. And her name was Valor, and she was the best little German Shepherd there ever was. But it's just really interesting to see that the FSAs allow you to pay for things like guide dogs. Just really thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's incredible. I love that we have this flexible savings account because you never know what that employer doesn't know all of the needs that their employee has. They don't know. Maybe it's something that, a medication they don't have available to them in their regular drug plan, or maybe it is something like a guide dog. I mean, there are many people who have these physical challenges and they're out in the workforce. I mean, one of our top, oh, we just lost Sharon. Oh, she's having thunderstorms. One of our top agents actually in our company doesn't have his eyesight. And I think that's incredible. Like you could really do anything. It doesn't even matter. It's not really our disability, right? It is our ability. We have the ability really to do anything these days. And here she comes. Oh my goodness. She must have got caught in the storm. Let's see. Sharon, are you back? You're back. Was it the storm that got you?
I think it might be. I think it's not really thundering or lightning right now, but it might be very windy, which can throw this off. But yeah, but I'm back and hopefully I'm here to stay.
All right. Well, you're back just in the nick of time because we want to hear your thoughts on an FSA, flexible savings account. And what do you think about it?
I love the idea of flexible spending accounts. I had employment opportunities before there was such a thing as flexible spending accounts, or maybe they existed, but my employers didn't offer them. But when I got to employers that actually offered them, it made a really big difference for me in money that I was putting out, because I have a lot of medical expenses myself. And yes, a lot is covered through insurance, or a lot was covered through insurance, but there were a lot of things that weren't, that the FSA account covered, which was really nice, like the over-the-counter stuff, the co-pays. It was money that I was able to put back in my pocket. Yes, you could say that it was money I was spending, but it was before tax dollars. So it was really putting some money back in my pocket that I could allocate to other places. So that was really nice. The one thing I learned about the FSA account, though, which I would like to share here, is every employer has different things that they will pick to be allowed on your FSA account. You know what I'm saying? So if you run your card and it doesn't take it, it's because it's not one of the approved items through your employer's benefits. I learned that the confusing way, because I was actually, what do you mean? I have a flexible spending account. It says there's this much money. And it took forever for my ex-husband, whose insurance I was under at the time, because we were married, to have HR help him figure that out. So I just want to mention that here, because they're wonderful, and they cover a lot and they allow you to use them for a lot, but they don't necessarily cover everything as you would interpret it based on reading your benefits package from your employer. And so that's what I would add about that right now.
Yeah, that's a great point. There is actually an approved list. And back in the day, I don't know if this was true for you, Sharon, but back in the day, you had to pay up front and then send in the receipts and get reimbursed. That's kind of the old-fashioned way. Now you actually get those dollars loaded up onto like a debit card, and then you basically just swipe your card. If it's not approved, then the transaction won't go through. Exactly. And your employer should be able to give you a list of all the approved transactions, all the approved things that you can use it for. But on the off case that it's something that you weren't aware of, it just won't go through. No big deal. You don't get dinged or penalized for it or anything like that. But it'll give you an opportunity to be able to offset. And remember, this is being funded by your employer. The dollars that are getting loaded onto this FSA account, flexible savings account, is coming through to you with your zero net cost benefits. That's how you're getting that loaded up. So it was free money. If it works for what you needed at that moment, maybe it doesn't work, but at least you have those dollars that you can use. And those dollars can get loaded up on there every single month. And at the same time, it is a use it or lose it program. So whatever dollars you have at the end of the year, you want to be sure to spend those dollars because otherwise they go back to the employer. And you have the dollars, you might as well spend them. Hello, Mr. Peter. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you. And I know we call you Popeye, right, Mr. Popeye? He actually has a great voice. He sings every Friday on Sing Your Heart Out. I think there's a Sing Your Heart Out this Friday. Is there one this Friday? I think I got invited. They have it now at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard. I'm not sure. Are they having one, Tim?
That's a good question. I would have to check with the leader of that.
Check with the leader. Okay. Maybe you can phone a friend. Maybe you can get in that conversation there. But thank you so much for joining us, Peter. And if you know somebody who is an employer and they have at least 10 employees, at least 10 full-time employees, and they would like to offer these benefits, please invite them. We're here every single week. We'd be happy to have the conversation with them and just see if they can get pre-qualified for this special program. The maximum limit, there really is no maximum limit, but you do need to have at least 10 full-time employees. So thank you for joining us, Peter. And my new friend, Ryan, I don't know if we've met before. Thank you for joining us. Also, if you're an employee and your job has at least 10 full-time employees and they do not offer medical benefits at all, we would be happy to talk to your employer. Send us their contact information. I personally will reach out, or anyone on the team will reach out to them, and we'll have that conversation because this is an economic relief program. It is available, and it's available all throughout the U.S. You do have some qualifications, and one of the biggest one is you do need to have at least 10 full-time employees. Now, they may opt out, they may opt in, they're not required to participate, but if you know someone going without health insurance right now, we would love to have a conversation with them and help them to see if they can qualify, not only to get the FSA account, but so they can also have full benefits, right? Health insurance through their employer. Remember, zero net cost to the employer and free to their valued employees. So thank you for joining us, Ryan. And we have the woman of the hour, Miss Nick Galindo, just dropped her book, Incredible. And I would love for you, Sharon, to share a little bit about it because you're one of the featured authors of this incredible anthology. I know the book launch was just a couple of days ago. I've been seeing it everywhere all over LinkedIn, and I've been in a few of events. All the writers are just incredible. So why don't you go ahead and share a little bit about your chapter and what this book's all about?
Well, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity, and hopefully the storm allows me to stay here. But so We Choose to Be More Than Our Diagnosis is a group of 16 authors, including Nick, who is also the publisher. And we got together and we talked about in our chapters what it's like to live with a chronic diagnosis or disability, but also what it means to choose to be more than that name or that label that you are given, and how each one of us has had to make that a choice and do that. And so all the chapters in this book, they are very raw, they are very vulnerable, and everybody told their story from their truth. And the most important thing about this for me is that these chapters give others hope, because there's a lot of common threads throughout our chapters, even though our diagnoses are very different. And this book is not only good for people who are living and choosing to be more than their diagnosis, it's good for caregivers, it's good for family members, friends. And I have news for you, it's good for anybody who goes through any kind of adversity in life, even if it's not a diagnosis. There's a lot of messages and lessons in this anthology and in these stories that we can all benefit from. And most importantly, it gives us all hope. And this is why we choose to write, and part of why Nick has chosen to publish is because we want our stories to be heard, but not so much for our own egos. It's for what we can give to the people that are coming up behind us or alongside us that might not have the same experiences that we have had with the struggles and also with the overcoming the struggles. And that's what I would say about this book. It has been a marvelous experience. And I would, anybody out there who has a story that they want, first of all, we all have a story. But if you're at the point where you want to tell your story and you would consider getting it published and putting it out there to help others and help yourself, by the way, because as you write, you're healing another part of yourself and you're also growing, you're evolving. So there's a lot that happens on both ends. I would highly recommend that you get in touch with Nick. She's fabulous about letting you tell your story in your own way and helping you figure out how to tell your story, even if you're not sure that you have a worthy story. Because trust me, you have a worthy story.
Absolutely. And I will tell you, I just ordered my copy last night. I was on Amazon doing all my Amazon. I'm like, I got to get this book. I'll tell you why I did. Because I heard the launch and I heard not just from Miss Sharon, which I've been knowing Sharon for quite some time, but I heard from some of the other incredible authors that were just dropping so much golden nuggets, so much golden wisdom. I said, I got to support this book. It sounds incredible. So I'm hoping to get it this weekend because I'm going to be doing some reading this weekend. I'm hoping to get it this weekend so I can go ahead and enjoy that. So thank you so much, Sharon, for sharing. Thank you so much, Nick, for the work that you do. You bring the community together. And what does she say here? It's a very raw read of acceptance, healing, hope, and empowerment. I love that. And that's what we're doing here. We're empowering each other. And one thing that comes to mind to me is that there's a lot of different things happening right now in our world. If we haven't noticed, things have changed a little bit, and I'm not going to get political, but what I want to say is this. It's our opportunity right now to stand up and support one another. I know we support each other by clapping, and I love that. Okay. I love to rah-rah. I always say I'm going to rah-rah myself. So I absolutely love the round of applause, but I would say it's also our time to stand up and support each other with our dollars by patronizing their stores, by purchasing things on their shops, on their Etsy's, whatever they're doing. If you know somebody that's a small business owner, entrepreneur, they are starting a business, instead of just listening to their story and giving them the round of applause, how about if you go and actually purchase what they're selling? Actually send them some referrals. Look through your phone and see who could benefit from connecting with them. I love connecting people. I have coffee chats all the time. If I haven't had a coffee chat with you, whether you're watching this now live or in the future on Team Replay, and we haven't had a coffee chat, please reach out to me, because I discover that there are people that I can often connect other people to. And I just think that's part of us being a good steward. That's what this is, right? This is a social media platform. We got to network and social media ourselves. So that's how I feel about that. I think it's really our time to rise up and thrive by really supporting that small business owner. Instead of going to the big box shops, look in your neighborhood. Where are the stores that sell the things that you want to have? Maybe it costs a few dollars more, but usually it's a better quality than what you can get in the traditional stores. I can attest to that firsthand. The things that I buy from my local stores and the little bodegas here in town are higher quality, and I don't have to go out of town. Listen, I live in Monterey. You know, the big Walmart is in Seaside. That's like 10 minutes away. I know that's not far, but we get really comfortable in our own little bubble here. Let's see, what does Nick have to say? Now more than ever, we need each other. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sharing our stories, but also by doing what I'm doing. Yes, by helping people become financially stable in these. Yes, absolutely. We all need financial literacy. We all need to support each other. We all need to lift each other up. We all need to connect somebody to someone else. If it's not for you, who do you know that you can connect them to? Maybe I'm not looking to write a book right now, but as I meet people who want to write a book, I know I've got an incredible publisher and the amazing Nick. She's everywhere. I see her supporting everyone, lifting each other up. She's really a pillar in our community. And that's why I know she's having success, because I believe that givers gain. And as you give out of abundance, by the way, I don't believe in giving out of lack. As you give out of abundance, it will be given back to you. And my good friend Cassandra Terry, she is the voice within. She says the voice within wins. She explains it this way, and I just love this explanation. She says, what we pour into the cup is for us, but what spills out into the saucer is for others. So we got to fill ourselves up so that we have enough to pour out and give to one another. Help each other to thrive. This is a time where the community can rise up. If things get scaled back, we have an opportunity to give and reach out to one another. We truly, truly can do that. I believe that. That's why people say, all you do is talk about money, Leah. Yes, I do, because money isn't everything. But you know what? It is right up there with oxygen. We can't really do a whole lot of things without money. You go to the grocery store. It used to be a $10 basket. Then it was a $50, right? The $50 bag. Now it's a $100 bag. If I go out of the store, if I leave the grocery store with 2 bags, I probably have spent $200. I don't know about you guys, if it's just me, but that's how it's feeling these days. And that's okay, because we are going to rise up each other, each and every one of us. So whatever you do, if you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, business owner, wannabe business owner, put in the comments, share your links, get to know somebody in here, leave your links here, because other people come back and they watch the replay. By the way, we're posting this out to YouTube, Facebook. Sharon's got on her LinkedIn. So other people are seeing this. You absolutely need to leave your link in there. Leave your book link. If you've got a podcast, you've got some special that you're sharing right now. And yes, Miss Nick, isn't that a great? I can't claim that. That's not my quote, but I use it all the time. I absolutely love that visual, because I think of it that way. I'm going to pour into myself so that I have the ability to pour into others. And that's why I can pour into others, because first I fill my cup up first. And we're going to have a whole episode about self-care, because I've been on this self-care tangent. I hear people talking about self-care. I'm like, it's not a special thing that you go and do once a year. We got to do self-care all the time, every day, 3 times a day. I don't know, maybe even more than that. So anyway, I'm rambling, but that's okay. You guys got to listen to me ramble sometimes. And Miss Sharon's coming back here. Let's see, what else do you have here? You should just come up on stage, Nick. We need money to help ourselves and others. That's the bottom line. So if you're blessed with a business, create opportunities for others. Hire them. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. That is absolutely what I'm talking about. We give so much lip service to supporting each other, but then we walk past our friends that are selling cookies and we both go buy cookies at Walmart. We give so much words that we say we are supporting each other, but then when we need something, instead of looking through our Rolodex of people that we know and love and care about that are selling these things, we go right past them and we go to Amazon. And I'm not saying I don't use Amazon, but what I'm saying is, let's find ways that we can put dollars into our community. How can we pour more of that green stuff into one another? And maybe you don't need their product, but I promise you, you have somebody that you can connect someone to. My goal this in the second half of the year of 2025, as we rise up to thrive, is really to connect 3 people a week, not to me, but to other people. And so this week I've already met my quota. I'm going to exceed my quota, which I'm super excited about. And they were the results of 3 coffee chats that I had. They didn't need my services. I didn't really need their services, but I was able to connect them to other people. And my intention is that will benefit them. Now think about that. What if we all did that in the second half? And maybe you're already doing it. Maybe you connect people more than I do. And I do it, but I'm intentionally doing that now. I'm making sure every week I'm going to connect 3 people to somebody that they don't know. Imagine if we all were doing that on a consistent basis. That would just be, our community would be transformed. It truly would. I'm talking a lot. Hey, Chris, great to see you. Thank you for joining us. So we're kind of getting ready to wind down here. I know you guys are getting tired of me rambling on here in this microphone. I want to hear what you have to say. Oh, Chris, I love this. You are right about putting money back into our own community. 1,000%. I was just reading how many stores are closing down in the Bay Area. A lot of these little mom and pop shop stores are starting to close down. People are just not going to them, and we have to change that. We can change that. I'm saying we have to, but we absolutely can. We can change it with what? Our dollars. Our dollars. So we're going to kind of finish up here. Remember to leave your links. Let us know what you're doing. Connect with somebody in the chat. Meet somebody new. And who can you connect to? And by the way, remember, somebody is looking for you and what you do. So as we ended up here, really quick round robin. Tim, do you have anything else that you'd like to share?
I just really think the FSAs are great for just getting what you know you need instead of being stuck to a list.
Yeah. Customize, right? Flexibility, ability to customize. And remember, these are pre-tax dollars that if your employer has the zero net cost benefits, your employer could fund your FSA account, your flexible savings account, and those dollars are tax exempt. When you spend them, you don't pay taxes on when you receive them, and you don't pay any taxes on them when you spend that. I think that's incredible. Everyone needs an FSA account. And Ms. Sharon, if you have a quick word before you get blown off the mountain again.
I just want to say, first and foremost, I want to say sorry. This is all storm related, and I apologize. Not that I can control it, but FSAs are great. And if you have the opportunity to take advantage of using one, it will help you and it helps your employer. So it's a win-win. I know Leah said that earlier, but I just want to re-emphasize that it's a win-win. And before I get kicked off, Leah, thank you so much for allowing me to take a few minutes to talk about the book. And just thank you for all that you do for all of us.
It's my pleasure. And I love this comment here as well. If somebody you know needs the book, you can gift it to them for just $4.99 for the ebook. I actually bought the physical book. I'm a physical book person. I like audios and physical books. I don't really do the ebook, but if you do the ebook, it's only $4.99 right now, which I think is a bargain. It's a great way to start pouring into your community, lifting each other up. And by the way, you're going to learn from some incredible speakers. I'm telling you, I was blown away, Nick. You did an incredible launch. I was blown away. I wasn't there the whole time, but I heard from 3 or 4 of the speakers. I said, wow, this is incredible. Every single one of them brought the fire and tons of golden nuggets. So that's going to do it for us. Remember, this is your year to rise up and thrive and make it the best year of your life. And by the way, I'm looking to grow my team. I'm looking to expand my team. If you are looking for passive income stream, an additional income stream, you have a network. Maybe you already know people who are business owners and have employees, or maybe you know HR people like that who are connected to employees and employers. And you would love a passive income stream. Remember, we get paid for the work life of the employee. So most people are going to be working for quite a while here. And we get paid every single month. It's a great win-win is what I call it. Passive income by pouring into our community, uplifting each other, allowing those employees that are going without benefits right now to have these corporate style benefits, and also this FSA account, flexible savings account, where they can get those prescriptions and things that they would want and need for their own family. Thank you, my love. God bless you too, Chris. Great to see you. It's so great to see you. I'm so glad that you joined in. Yep. So many small companies think that they cannot afford benefits. You are so on point, Nick. It is very costly for an employer, not just to start the program, but also to maintain the program. We don't charge anything. There are no broker fees. There's no enrollment fees. There are no fees to get started. It is simply a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of time and attention. But if they qualify, they can have these zero net cost benefits that I think are worth their weight in gold. So that's going to do it for us. That's going to end our Thursday to Thrive. Meet us here every single Thursday. We are here talking about zero net cost benefits. I think it's the way of the future. Everyone in the future is going to have zero net cost benefits. Why pay for them if you can have them for free? It just doesn't make any sense. So thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I love all of you. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you jumping on. We don't really promote this room too much, but we just are here to serve and to bring value to our community. So remember, this is your year to rise up and thrive and make this the best year of your life. So thank you so much, everybody.
Hey there, I'm Leah Garcia. Have you ever wanted a career where you truly make a difference in people's lives? I'm building a team of driven financial and insurance professionals, people who want to help families and businesses protect, distribute, and transfer their wealth with confidence. If you're passionate about guiding others to achieve financial security, then you're exactly who I'm looking for. Join my supportive, growth-oriented environment and unlock your full potential. Ready to take the next step? Visit leahgarcia.io and let's start building your future together. Hey there, I'm Leah Garcia.